What's up, everyone? It's been such a long time for me to do something or anything like this. Sylvester Vanderson. Not that you know who I am or should know who I am or that it makes any difference. This is the first time for me to do this in a long time. It just sounds really cool and people do it on their videos. If you clicked on the video, more than likely you either were asking yourself, thinking about it, or maybe thought it was pretty cool that the title was How to Become a Better Version of Yourself. Please understand there is no possible way. Actually, there is. But let's just say there isn't. A possible way to answer that question in one video, or in one statement, or in two statements. Because I plan to have more than one video about this. So let's just stick to one possible way to become a better version of yourself. But the quick question, or the more important question, is why? Why would you? What do you feel is going to be the result of you becoming a better version of yourself? Uh, what area of your life would you want to become a better version of yourself in? Have you considered how it would affect your loved ones, your work environment, whatever it is that you do? Um, Maybe your health, relationships, activities. I mean, we can go down the line. And in you being a better version of yourself, do you feel that it just won't necessarily maybe touch on just one aspect of your life, but you being a better version of yourself will completely or begin the process of like your entire life transforming? I believe the latter. I think your whole life will transform. I think it'll be a process. It'll be a challenge at first because most of us, we envision ourselves um, in a higher capacity or uh, involved in productively accomplishing a higher capacity of things that we aren't currently doing, whether that's having that six pack, whether that's traveling more, whether that's it's having that ideal relationship and being that ideal person, whether it's being the funniest person or the best speaker or the coolest person or getting the best friends, increasing how your value in the workforce to make more money, to start your own business and actually create or generate income, to actually say, hey, I'm going to do this, and then to turn around and actually do it. So, to be a person that just doesn't wait for the beginning of the year to say, I'm going to accomplish this. And the day after that, you don't accomplish anything. You go back to the same habits. So, to keep it very simple, let's say the very first way to become a better version of yourself is to become a slave to new habits. Currently, right now, you're a slave to habits, and these habits are obviously masters of your mind, your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions right now that are encouraging you, making you, controlling you to do the same things that you've always done that you don't have to choose to do. Having said that, you're going to have to start creating new habits, good habits, habits that make you happy, doing things habitually, being around people habitually, carrying out certain actions habitually that make you feel good, that make you feel great. So when you walk in a room, if you were frowning before you walked in, when you put on that smile, it's not fake. It's like real. It's like who you are. Rabbit trail, but I will go on a limb and say most of us would genuinely like to be happy for a start. And I will say this: you cannot really truly be happy until you stop denying who you really are and becoming who you truly want to be on the inside. We live in a society where from a young age it's so much cooler or we're taught it's so much cooler to look at what someone else has, compare it to us, place a higher value on who they are and what they are over ourselves, so we indirectly want to become something we aren't. And so we hide and we cloud our judgment with thoughts of how I really feel, what I really want, what I really believe in is A, not important, not cool, not gonna happen because I'm not worthy of it. So, uh, first of all, you gotta become a slave to new habits and let that first habit be become a slave of habits that make you feel great. Become a person who only thinks of themselves in a noteworthy capacity. Be a person that does not doubt who they can become. You must believe that you can accomplish what it is that you want to set out to do. Just like I'll give you an example right now. I'm using a different camera on a different phone. So on my next video, I will look into the camera because I'm looking now and I'm like, what in the world am I looking at? So I think it's somewhere down here. Either way. So how to become a better version of yourself. Let's get serious. You have to really have a clear idea of what it is you want to become, what it is you want to do, and you have to have a plan of action. Not only do you have to have a plan of action, you have to incorporate it. Not next week, not tomorrow, not 10 hours from now, not 3 months from now. As soon as you get that vision, as soon as you're set on fire for it, put it into action immediately and keep building upon it. So, okay, you have to create new habits. One, become slaves to those new habits, right? Good habits. Being around good people. They're going to push you in the direction you want to go. People that might be ahead of where you are. So, if you surround yourself with them, chances are you will probably get to where you want to go in concern to relationships, career, or let's make sense of it because I don't want to rabbit trail too far off the point. You must surround yourself in an environment that is most similar or most like what it is you want to be surrounded by, who it is you want to be surrounded by, and what type of people or person that you want to be. So you can't run around with a bunch of negative Lucys and Nancys and Toms if you want to be positive Sally, Jack, and Mary. The names, you can fill them out whoever you want. So please don't comment and come at me talking about this person's name is not a negative name. So become a slave to good habits. Change what you are. Get a plan together and make sure you implement it immediately. Do me a favor, subscribe to the video because I'm going to get really in depth with it. It's going to get really good. And please, I would be delighted to get your questions and your comments as well. Share. And I'll see you on the next video.